Have you ever felt like your actions are too small to make a real difference? Like you're just a tiny drop in a vast, overwhelming ocean? Well, today I want to share a story that will completely change how you see your own impact. It's the story of a girl who quite literally carried a river. This incredible tale comes from the highlands of northern India, a region that was once lush and green but had become barren and dry. The people were struggling, their crops were failing, and the nearest water source was a treacherous journey away. For years, they hoped for a miracle, for the government to build a canal, for the rains to return. But nothing changed. Among them was a young woman named Amla. Every single day, she saw the hardship in her village. She saw the thirsty livestock, the cracked earth, and the worried faces of her neighbors. While others waited for a grand solution, Amla decided she had to do something, no matter how small. Her idea was simple, almost laughably so. She took a small pot, walked miles to the distant stream, filled it with water, and carried it back. But she didn't just bring it to her home. She walked to the top of the parched hill, overlooking her village, and poured the water onto the dry ground. Then she turned around and did it all over again. As you can imagine, her neighbors thought she was crazy. They laughed at her. "What's the point?" they'd ask. "You can't fill a river with a single pot of water." But Amla didn't listen to their doubts. She just kept walking, her determination as steady as her footsteps. Day after day, pot after pot, she carried water to the top of that hill. Slowly, something miraculous began to happen. The small patch of earth where she poured the water started to change. A tiny bit of moisture returned. A single blade of grass pushed its way through the cracked soil. This tiny sign of life was all the encouragement Amla needed. It proved her efforts weren't in vain. Her persistence began to inspire others. First, a few children, intrigued by her daily ritual, joined in with their own small cups. Then, a couple of women, tired of waiting for help that never came, picked up their own pots and followed Amla's path. The laughter and ridicule turned into whispers of respect, and then into a quiet, determined movement. More and more villagers joined the procession. The line of people carrying water up the hill grew longer each day. It was no longer just Amla's task. It was a shared mission. They weren't just carrying water. They were carrying hope for their community. Years passed. The constant, collective effort transformed the landscape. That small, damp patch grew into a green oasis. The trickles of water combined, carving a small channel down the hillside. Over time, that channel deepened and widened. Fed by their relentless dedication, they had done it. They had created a stream. A new river flowed down to their village, quenching the thirsty land and reviving their community. Amla, the girl who started with a single pot of water, didn't build a massive dam or engineer a complex canal. She started a movement with one small, consistent action. Her story is a powerful reminder that we all have the ability to create monumental change. It's not always about grand gestures. It's about the courage to start small, the persistence to keep going, and the faith that our individual efforts can ripple outwards and inspire a wave of collective action. So, the next time you feel small or powerless, remember the girl who carried a river, your single act of kindness, your one vote, your small step towards a bigger goal. It all matters. It could be the very thing that starts a new river flowing. Thank you so much for watching. If this story inspired you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content that celebrates the power we all hold. See you in the next one.